The sun, a blazing orb of gold, peeked over the horizon, casting long shadows across the small village nestled in the heart of Tanzania. Dust motes danced in the golden light that streamed through a small mud brick hut. A young girl named Abini stirred beneath a thin blanket, her eyes slowly fluttering open. At 8 years old, Abini already knew the weight of responsibility. Life in their village was a constant struggle against the forces of nature and the gnawing grip of poverty. Abini's family, like many others, lived a hand-to-mouth existence. Her father, a weathered man with calloused hands, toiled tirelessly in their small plot of land, coaxing sustenance from the dry, unforgiving earth. Her mother, her back perpetually bent from carrying heavy loads, worked even harder, tending to their meager crops, fetching water from the distant well, and caring for Abeni and her younger siblings. Despite the hardships they faced, Abini's parents clung fiercely to the belief that education held the key to a brighter future. They instilled in their children, especially Abini, the importance of learning. Knowledge, her father would say, his voice rough but filled with hope, is the only treasure that can never be stolen from you. Abini, her heart brimming with a quiet determination, took her father's words to heart. She yearned for a life beyond the harsh realities of their village, a life where she could make a difference, not just for herself, but for her family and her community. Little did she know that this yearning would one day blossom into an unwavering resolve, setting her on a path to become a beacon of hope for her entire village. Abini's days were a delicate dance between duty and aspiration. The sun dictated their rhythm, each sunrise a call to action. She would wake before the first rooster's crow, her small hands already reaching for the clay pot to fetch water from the well. As the sky transformed into a canvas of warm hues, Abini would help her mother with the household chores, their movements synchronized and efficient. With the sun climbing higher, Abini would join her siblings, their laughter echoing through the fields as they helped their parents tend to the crops. Theirs was a shared responsibility, each child understanding the importance of their contribution to the family's survival. Their small hands, though ill-equipped for the harshness of their tasks, worked tirelessly, pulling weeds, chasing away hungry birds, and carrying buckets of water to quench the thirst of their crops. As the afternoon sun cast long shadows across the land, Abini would accompany her older brother to the nearby lake. Armed with makeshift fishing rods and their father's hopeful words, they would cast their lines into the shimmering water, their eyes scanning for any sign of a catch. Fishing, though often unpredictable, provided a vital source of protein for their family and a much-needed supplement to their meager income. As dusk settled and the sky transformed into a tapestry of stars, Abini's day was far from over. While other children her age played under the watchful gaze of the moon, Abini sought solace in the flickering light of a kerosene lamp. Her heart longed for knowledge, for the escape that books provided from the harsh realities of her life. Every evening, Abini would disappear into a world of words, her mind greedily absorbing information. She devoured every book she could lay her hands on, each page a stepping stone on her path to a brighter future. The flickering lamplight cast dancing shadows on the walls of her humble home, creating an ethereal backdrop for her intellectual pursuits. Her determination to learn was a force of nature, undeterred by the lack of electricity or the constant fatigue that tugged at her eyelids. Often she would study late into the night, the silence broken only by the chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves outside. Her spirit, though young, possessed an unwavering resilience, fueled by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a burning desire to uplift her family and community from the clutches of poverty. Abini's dedication to her studies did not go unnoticed. Her teachers, recognizing her sharp intellect and unwavering determination, encouraged her to pursue her education further. With the support of her family and the entire village rallying behind her, Abini excelled in her studies, her natural intelligence shining through. She became a beacon of hope for other children in the village, proving that even in the face of adversity, dreams could take flight. Her journey was not without its obstacles. Financial constraints cast a long shadow over her aspirations. There were times when she had to walk miles to school, her bare feet blistered and sore. Yet, Abini persevered, her spirit unbroken. She knew that education was her passport to a brighter future, a future where she could make a difference. With each passing year, Abini's dream inched closer to reality. she secured a scholarship to attend secondary school in the nearest town, a bittersweet victory that meant leaving the familiarity of her village and the comforting presence of her family. Despite the ache in her heart, Abini embraced this new chapter with open arms, her eyes fixed firmly on the horizon. Years later, Abini returned to her village, her heart overflowing with gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility. She was no longer the timid girl who had left to pursue her education. She was Dr. Abini, a qualified medical doctor, her mind brimming with knowledge and her heart filled with a burning desire to uplift her community. The villagers, their faces etched with a mixture of pride and awe, welcomed her with open arms. Dr. Abini, with her gentle demeanor and infectious smile, quickly became a pillar of strength and hope for the entire village. She established a small clinic, the first of its kind in their remote area, determined to provide her people with the healthcare they so desperately needed. Word of Dr. Abini's return and her selfless dedication spread like wildfire through the surrounding villages. People from far and wide flocked to her clinic, seeking her medical expertise and compassionate care. She treated every patient with the utmost respect and dignity, her gentle touch and reassuring words soothing their ailments. Dr. Abini's clinic became a sanctuary for the sick and suffering, a testament to her unwavering commitment to serving her community. Section 6. Illuminating the Path to Progress. Dr. Abini's vision extended far beyond the walls of her clinic. She understood that true progress lay in empowering her community with the tools and knowledge to break free from the shackles of poverty. She spearheaded initiatives to improve sanitation and hygiene, her efforts leading to a significant decline in preventable diseases. Recognizing that education held the key to sustainable development, Dr. Abini established an after-school program for the village children. She believed that every child deserved the opportunity to learn and grow, regardless of their circumstances. The program, run by volunteer teachers and fueled by Dr. Abini's infectious enthusiasm, quickly became a hub of activity, its classrooms filled with the laughter and chatter of eager young minds. Dr. Abini understood that access to electricity was paramount to improving the lives of her people. She tirelessly advocated for the electrification of her village, navigating bureaucratic hurdles and rallying support from government officials and private investors. Her efforts bore fruit when the village, once shrouded in darkness after sunset, was illuminated by the warm glow of electric lights. The arrival of electricity brought with it a surge of hope and optimism, transforming the very fabric of their lives. Section 7. From Humble Village to Thriving Hub. With unwavering determination, Dr. Abini continued to champion progress and development in her village. She understood that agriculture, the backbone of their economy, needed to be modernized to improve yields and ensure food security. She introduced modern farming techniques and helped farmers acquire much-needed equipment, transforming their ability to cultivate the land and reap its bounty. Under Dr. Abini's guidance, the village, once teetering on the brink of subsistence, began to flourish. The once dusty streets were paved, making transportation easier and opening up new avenues for trade and commerce. Small businesses sprouted, breathing life and vitality into the local economy. The village, once a symbol of poverty and despair, was transforming into a thriving hub of activity, a testament to the power of one person's vision and unwavering dedication. Section 8. A Legacy Etched in Hope. Dr. Abini's impact extended far beyond infrastructure and economic development. She understood that true progress went hand in hand with social change. She passionately advocated for gender equality, inspiring a generation of young girls to dream big and break free from the constraints of traditional roles. She established a women's cooperative, empowering them with the skills and resources to become financially independent and active participants in the village's development. As the years turned into decades, Dr. Abini's unwavering commitment to her community never wavered. Her hair, once a cascade of dark curls, turned to silver, but her spirit remained as youthful and vibrant as ever. She became the village elder, her wisdom and guidance sought after by all. She had not only transformed the physical landscape of her village, but, more importantly, she had ignited a spark of hope and ambition in the hearts of its people. Section 9. The Unwavering Spirit of a Village Hero. Dr. Abini's story, a testament to the power of education, perseverance, and selfless service, became a beacon of hope, not just for her village but for communities across Tanzania. She had proven that, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, one person's determination could spark transformative change. Her journey, from a young girl with a thirst for knowledge to a village hero who had uplifted her entire community, served as an inspiration to people far beyond the borders of her small village. Dr. Abini's story reminded the world that true leadership lay not in power or authority, but in service, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the potential of humanity. As the sun set on another day in the village that Dr. Abini had helped transform, casting long shadows across the now bustling streets, her legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of the people she had so selflessly served. Her story, whispered from generation to generation, served as a timeless reminder that even in the most remote corners of the world, the human spirit, when fueled by determination and compassion, had the power to overcome adversity and illuminate the path to a brighter future.